I need audio played from my nominee.
Screw you now.
That wasn't me that did it.
I can see in the camera.
It wasn't him. They're lying to you.
Let me. Maybe he really did have an aneurysm and it's messing with his vision because
just so you know, the tall, skinny one is Otter. The other one,
nice to meet you,
is Pat.
Oh, okay.
and the fat one is Girl.
Hey.
I'm actually going to probably keep it, Ryan. I think this is going to be the last show as Otter. As adapted from the book, Precious. Mm-hmm. As adapted from the essay, Precious.
Shut up, Ryan.
Technically, I am retarded.
ProjectXshow.com, Project Spelled with a K.
Not with a C. Backwards with a K.
Because we're awesome retarded. We're retarded.
Project X.
From downtown Cleveland, Ohio. And I don't even know what we call the studio anymore. So we lost the sponsor. Broadcasting on morningshowcentral.com. It's the Project X Show. I am Otter. To my left, Rooster. Petting Zoo, back in full effect. To my left are Johnny Five. To my right, nobody. To my dog leg right, nobody. Chris, the MSC Everyman in the production studio. No intern. And it is Tuesday, March 26th, at about 7:08 p.m., and Karma is alive and well. Ha! Ha!
You're welcome.
I just found out within the past 5 minutes or so that something awesome happened today. I usually do not wish harm or ill upon people. However,
if it happens,
I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
I can dig it. Sucka. Thank you, Booker T. Apparently...
Not real squeaky on that one.
Apparently, you should always wear your seatbelts when driving on your lunch breaks.
I really thought he was going Jimmy Stewart for a minute.
For half a second.
I haven't mastered that one yet. If you're not already there, get to the website, ProjectXshow.com. Project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because ha! Ha!
And a special hello to Tyreek, because he's going to love that on the replay.
Yeah, we heard all about that.
Oh, that's right.
Pretty exciting past couple weeks. We'll get there in a bit. If you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll-free worldwide.
Pants.
Patrick is not here. There is a family medical emergency. Girl has been fired, so she is not here.
She's getting close. She has to meet somebody.
This week, I found out that not only did she not send me stories this week, she at least made an excuse this week. And her excuse was, sorry, not gonna make it in, meeting someone.
Which, to the uninitiated, might sound like she's actually trying to meet someone, but she's gone ahead and decided to have the surgery.
I figured
she's meeting herself all over again.
I thought maybe that there was a food thing somewhere in town she had to go to. Is there a restaurant opening or a trough?
There's a food trough. There is a new food trough.
Okay.
Opening at the Horseshoe Casino downtown. It's Hamburger Helper.
Lasagna.
And she is all over that. I did call a replacement. Very near and dear friend of mine for a long time. She's kind of retarded, but she's awesome.
So she's awesome retarded.
She's awesome retarded. And apparently her voice / throat is thrashed like mine's going to be by the end of the night because I'm going to keep saying, ah! I'm so happy right now.
I feel really awkward in this situation because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel.
Oh, I know how I
You feel however you want to feel, man.
I mean, like I was like, oh, but then I immediately was like, karma sucks, doesn't it?
It does, right? You know what's awesome? People drive around in these nice brand new cars, you know, that they either buy or are bought for them.
Right.
I drive a 2001 Chevy Blazer with damn near 200,000 miles on it, and it's in perfect running condition. Ha!
for when your voice goes out.
Right. So Girls Replacement can't come in. However, she says she will be in next week.
Awesome. That means even if girl shows up, we can send her home.
Yep.
Awesome.
Ooh, and then we get to have that classic, ooh, this is awkward moment that I never really get to have that often.
It's only awkward until her face bounces off the pavement. Then it's just funny.
I'm going to tell you guys something. Before we get to practice patties, because I'm going to need your guys' help from that. I'm kind of happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got some blanks to fill in for you.
I'm kind of happy that it's just the three of us, since Pat wasn't there and Girl wasn't there.
Thank God.
And
Never
I feel
would have
that
been there.
they would be bored if we rehashed that
memory.
memory.
I'm not sure that Pat would be. I think Girl probably would be.
Yeah, she's
But I
always bored.
But I think Pat would be amused.
You want to know fun? And I'm not going to get into this yet because there's a lot that I need to hear.
Pat would have just gotten on his phone, and then as soon as we went on break, probably filled you in with who's fighting who and when
that
and
happened.
where you guys should go to watch it. Maybe some movie trailers.
Because we had a Project X practice St. Patty's party.
St. Practice Day.
St. Practice Day. Practice Patties. On Saturday night, March 16th, at my house. People came, good times were had.
And Black Daryl does exist. We learned that.
Black Daryl does exist.
I did not learn that.
I did.
He went to go have sex before you came.
And never came back.
And never came back.
Nope.
So he might still be tied to that bed.
Liquor and beer and food were all flowing. And my night, at least in my brain, ended probably around maybe 1-ish.
5 a.m.
I was going to say I left at 2. So.
It was 5 a.m. when you went to bed.
Well, what I'm saying is, that's when I went to bed. I'm saying when what I remember of my night ended.
Oh,
because I don't remember Rooster leaving.
Then, dude, we have a lot to fill you in.
I left an hour and a half after that. About 1 is when I was like, hey, I need to get going. I have to wake up in about 6 hours and go to work. And that's when we did not see me leave. We actually watched me continue to sit there.
And at about 3, Tyson and Aaron finally got out the door.
Yeah, I was
they-
about a
Oh,
half
really?
hour.
I thought they left early.
No.
I was about a half hour before them, though.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that because I think that might take up a whole segment.
It might take up a couple, buddy.
I've heard bits and pieces from my girlfriend, Krista. But I'd like to get your guys' take and fill in what she wasn't able to fill in for me.
Because something awesome happened at 3:30, by the way.
Damn it. Damn it. I just slept.
That's all right. I'm in the same boat you are.
Damn it. Yeah, but at least you got to experience it, so at least you were like kind of there.
Yeah, then, but I don't get to remember it, so it's almost like I didn't.
Damn
I'm
it.
sure it was cool while I was experiencing it, but now I'm just like, This past weekend, though, we had 2 events at the Agora. Friday night was Hank Lacani, the owner of the Agora, opened it back in the 60s. He's like kind of a Cleveland rock legend icon. He helped break the careers of like Springsteen and when Joe Walsh was in the James Gang before that, and all these people, like rock legends, dude. So it's the 100th anniversary still of the actual building that the Agora is housed in now. They're doing all these renovations and everything else. So as like a fundraiser kind of thing, we had a Thank Hank event where all the former CEO of the Rock Hall came out and all these musicians, they roasted him, but it wasn't really a roast because, and Hank actually said it best when he got up, like they all just were loving him and praising on him and everything else, and Hank, you're so great and everything you've done for music in the city and blah, 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 blah. And Hank gets up and he's like, I thought this was supposed to be a roast. It was more like a love-in, and I thought those went out in the 60s. So it was like a really nice thing. Like, we had to dress nice. I had to dress nice, which was weird. It was,
It's always bizarre to see you dressed in anything but what you're wearing.
Right. So,
now dress nice, or like dress nice like when we went to Pat's wedding. Dress nice.
Well, see, and I was looking for that, but I couldn't find my suspenders and my tie, so I was just like in these black dress pants and like some dress, maroon shirt or whatever. I did, though, have on my black and white little saddle shoes.
Okay.
So it was a very, very nice event, fully catered. We actually had people like servers walking around with trays, like cocktail waitresses and stuff, like serving drinks to people.
Martini, hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, dude, it was like that kind of event. So then Saturday night,
which at the Agora is beer, Cheetos.
No,
Would you like a cocktail weenie or PBR?
No, there was actually really, really, really awesome. I don't know who catered it, but they brought in somebody to cater it. Really, really awesome food, and believe it or not, we had wine. Granted, it was like Merlot and Chardonnay, only two, but we had wine. And it was like barefoot, but we had wine.
Okay, so they had somebody actually cater it, and it's still the Agora, so it wasn't cocktail weenie. It was cocktail weenie wrapped in croissant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only if they have American cheese in the middle.
No, it was Swiss. You got to class it up.
Oh, okay, all right.
So that was nice, and it was like I said, it was good feeling. A lot of old people came out of the woodwork, people that I've worked with in the past years and years ago, and a lot of the family that moved away came back. So it was like a very nice feeling. So then Saturday night, I am told that I am working a lesbian.
Just working a lesbian?
A lesbian biker show.
Oh, God. Why didn't I get a phone call? I just would have loved the fuck out of that. Then won.
I didn't quite understand what I was getting into. I was told that, like, it was some lesbian motorcycle club, and they were throwing in it wasn't a show. There were no bands. It was an event. It was a lesbian biker event.
With a lot of Melissa Etheridge and Katie Lang.
Right, and that's what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting, like, they told it, like, 1,500 lesbian bikers. So I was like, wow, this is going to be awesome. Like, everybody Friday night, are you working Saturday? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to miss this for the world. Absolutely, I'm working Saturday.
1,500 women in spandex and Lance Armstrong jerseys showed up.
No.
Oh, God.
Different kind of bike.
I get out of the car, and I'm walking to the venue, and I see a bunch of big, big black dudes all in their cuts for their motorcycle club. And I'm like, what the hell? I know lesbians. These are not lesbians. and somebody was like, well, they're the president of the MCs. I was like, why would a lesbian MC have a male president? That does not make sense. I come to find out, after the club starts filling up with more and more very, very large black gentlemen and various MC cuts, there was one lesbian motorcycle club who was hosting the event for a bunch of motorcycle clubs from in and out of state and all around the area.
Rip off.
So no Indigo girls.
No, I was really, and they were all black.
Sorry,
there was like maybe one white MC represented. The rest were black MCs.
So what did they listen to?
I ran because I was in the ballroom bar and they only had music playing in the theater, and I heard some bumps. I'm like, I think, and I heard my jam. They were playing Biggie. And then after that, I don't know what else. But here's what was awesome. They had a photographer there set up with a green screen. I don't know what exactly he was putting on the green screen, but all the blacks and their old black ladies love that. Black old ladies, I should say.
All the blacks. Way to take us back. And all the blacks were there.
I could say colors.
Being black.
I could say the colors.
You know, the Supreme Court is arguing gay marriage, and we're still using the term the blacks.
Yeah. Listen, if the gays are going to get rights, I'm taking them back from the colors.
No, we're not.
I am. The views...
Thank you. Yeah, the opinions expressed by Otter are his own.
So anyway, they had I don't know from what shop, but they had a tattoo artist there who one person was brave enough to get shot with the tattoo. So people are like, I'm not going to get a tattoo at the I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't want those people tattooing me. Now, here's what was awesome. Krista came. Black bikers love my girlfriend.
Yep.
There were a couple lesbians. She also got hit by a couple lesbians, too. They loved my girlfriend. It was insane. I wish you guys could have seen it. Like, people think, because people don't understand, if you don't know bikers, if you're not a biker, if you don't hang out in that community, people see biker and they think, like, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. A lot of love in those rooms, dude.
Mm-hmm. Especially the blacks.
A lot of love in those rooms.
We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and find out what the hell I did on practice patties. You're listening to Project X.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Okay, we got some breaking news from downtown Cleveland. We're going to kick to our on-the-scene reporter, Justin.
This is Justin from the Msc Radio Network. We are live downtown where we've had some reports of some recent zombie attacks. We got a witness here that states she knows what's happening.
Oh my God, the zombie was eating that man's face. But I got an awesome Mindless Clothing t-shirt.
Mindless Clothing. www.mindlessclothing.com.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
You know the fresh out of the shower feeling? Yeah, us neither. Project X.
So now you're there, get to the website, ProjectXShow.com. Project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because, let's say...
Hey, Chris, can you jump on the chat real quick?
Why, you want someone to talk to now?
No. No, there's BFJ's there.
Okay.
Lindsay.
Okay.
Von Erich has joined us from the other room.
Von Erich! Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. Shit. Von Erich in the Bud Light Lime Green Room tonight. Blast from the past. So why is Chris jumping in?
I need something from him.
Oh, okay. Rooster, I said I had an idiot nominee for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your packet.
Okay.
You go ahead and read that. You'll probably win, because I think this is better than mine. That was a pretty good one. It should be the very last story in your packet. The K2 one? No, second to last.
Okay.
Somebody's in the chat.
That would be Chris.
That would be Elroy Jetson.
Fisher's teen believed dead after text hoax?
No, maybe I did yours wrong then.
Or is it the K2?
K2.
Okay. Let's go back. Teen who smoked K2 arrested for calling 911 to report odd dream.
It's all you, buddy.
What the hell is K2 anyways?
Von Erich would know better than I. Von Erich, come in here really quick.
Am I that old and B that far out of the drug loop that they're coming up with crap I've never heard of?
It's some shit that the hipsters are doing these days. So Von Erich, come on, Von Erich.
At least they're not shitting and pissing into bottles and huffing it anymore.
I do that now. Where's Von Erich? Why isn't he coming in?
Tom!
Oh yeah, he's actually doing work in there. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Authorities said an 18-year-old who called 911 to report his odd dream because he was convinced that it was really happening was arrested.
It's a synthetic
Monday.
marijuana.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really read this.
I knew that much, but I want Von Erich to explain it further.
Turn that mic on for him, Chris.
I'm sure he's got it by now.
Nope.
No.
It's Chris we're talking about.
I'll just type.
Hey! All right, so Rooster's doing this story about K2.
Explain to me what the
Which
hell...
we know to be a synthetic marijuana.
What is K2?
Oh, damn.
Oh, perfect.
Damn it.
The synthetic marijuana, is that crap that they sell at the gas stations out in Parma?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Is it?
I'm going to have to ask now.
It is. If you're saying synthetic marijuana, they sell these little baggies of this. It looks just like weed.
Okay.
Spice.
But, yeah, that's what it is. Spice. It's just some kind of oregano type stuff. Looks like weed. Doesn't smell like weed. From what I hear, doesn't taste like weed. And
except in brownies.
I guess little kids get high, but.
So what is it? Is it the same kind of high as weed? Is that what they're billing it as, or is it a different kind of high?
They're just billing it as hey, smoke this and get high.
Right on.
Like, hey, you can't, if you're too much of a chump to find a real drug dealer and need to find some weed and want to look cool, buy some of this stuff from the gas station for $20 a gram.
By the way, Von Erich's number is 216. All right, so let's see what happened to this 18-year-old kid.
All right, so from what it looks like, the report says he had a dream. The kid's name is Mark Welsh. Had a dream, woke up, and thought everything that had happened in his dream was real, and he told his parents about it, but they didn't believe him. I wonder why. So he called the 911 operator. They said, what's happening? He said, everything that happened today is actually in my dream, and I want to prove it to everybody.
What?
911 operator says, what did you dream about that's happening? When Welsh said, it's all on paper. I wrote it down. What the hell? So the deputies were dispatched to his house where they found out that he had, in fact, smoked synthetic marijuana K2. They determined that he was not only just confused from the K2, but was also a little sleepy, apparently. But he was in need of medical attention. Deputy told Welsh not to call 911 again unless he had a genuine emergency. However, 40 minutes later after the first call, he went to a neighbor's house and called 911 again, saying he was still trying to prove something to his family about his dream. The officer told me not to call back, said Welsh, and he said if I called back, then y'all were going to take me to court. So I'm coming back.
So I'm calling back? What?
So they asked him if he wanted to go to jail. He responded, I have to prove something to my family, so can you send me an officer back? When they asked him if there was an emergency, he admitted that there wasn't. The same deputy went back to the house, arrested Welsh for the misuse of a 911 call, which is a first-degree misdemeanor, which apparently isn't crap. We learned that 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Yep. He was booked at the Volusia County Branch Jail in Daytona Beach at a $500 bail.
I want to know what happened in the dream.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Somebody needs to get this paper.
We have, thanks to BFJ.
Okay. Yeah, he would know.
Synthetic cannabis is a psychoactive designer drug derived from natural herbs sprayed with synthetic chemicals that, when consumed, allegedly mimic the effects of cannabis. It is best known by the brand names K2 and Spice, both of which have largely become genericized trademarks used to refer to any synthetic cannabis product. It is also for this reason that synthetic cannabis is often referred to as Spice product due to the latter. There is controversy among calling Spice and K2 synth whatever. It's from Wikipedia. However, I found this.
Okay. Brings new meaning to Old Spice.
K2 incense is a synthetic form of marijuana. Some people compare the effects of K2 to marijuana. Right now, the drug is legal in the United States, but some states are trying to pass bills to ban the drug. It is sold in head shops as incense, although people do, more often than not, smoke it. It is not detectable on drug tests. Recent articles have been cropping up as legislatures try to ban the chemicals in K2.
Wait, they smoke incense?
Yes.
I don't...
It doesn't look like incense.
I was going to say, do they break up an incense stick and then roll it?
I've seen people do that, smoke incense, but I guarantee they didn't get high. They were just messed up in the head to begin with.
According to the official K2...
This is why I do cocaine. This
is why I drink.
This is stupid.
That's why I drink. I could just go, I can buy it, I know exactly what I'm getting into.
According to the official K2 website, K2 is a natural incense...
What?
K2
so they're a brand name?
Yeah. K2 is a natural incense composed of natural herbs such as Cannivalia rosea, Clematis nesiferia,
you lost me.
Hema salifolia,
none of which will get you high.
Phallic folia?
Something like that. Various sources report that K2 also contains the synthetic cannabinoid JWH018, which when smoked can produce intoxicative effects similar to marijuana. As a synthetic, it does not register on current drug detection tests. K2 site expressly states that K2 is not intended for human consumption and is intended only to be used as an incense.
Yeah, just like these pipes at the head shop are not supposed to be used to smoke marijuana. Yep. I'm so confused.
2 suicides have been recorded directly attributed to K2.
I can't believe I was this retarded and spent money on this. I'm done.
Whatever happened to just old-fashioned getting high on normal fucking drugs and just hanging out with your friends?
So this is what I take from BFJ's version and Johnny Five's version. It seems that maybe at one point in time, synthetic weed was a thing, like a legit thing. But then companies found a way to get a hold of it and market it and brand it to make it legal to not actually have it to do with weed whatsoever. And they can sell it in stores. Could you imagine if weed was a brand name? Like if weed was just weed and that was the brand name, weed.
Well, we've got cocaine, so I'm waiting for weed.
But it's not actual cocaine. Some of the same effects. I'm not going to lie. I ground my jaw down pretty good after about 4 of those.
I'm not supposed to drink 4.
I'm not supposed to blow an 8-ball up your nose in half an hour either, but I do. Not anymore.
Now you know.
I don't. I'm an alcoholic. I do not do drugs anymore.
There's no time in between sips. That's for breathing.
This is true. Wow.
Well, thanks BFJ.
And Johnny Five for his research.
Yeah.
Thank you, Von Erich. We'll let you get back to your work.
All right. Thanks,
for
guys.
giving us the insight. I want to go to Parma now and find this stuff.
I just sent him a sales packet.
Who? K2?
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for K2 advertising soon on Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Possibly.
So let's dive into this real quick, guys.
Yes, and thank you, Lindsay, just because.
First of all, early happy birthday. Now, I never remember. Is your birthday the day before or the day after? Okay, so March 28th, and in 2 days will be Rooster's 29th birthday.
No. I said the day before. That's 2 days before. You're thinking the 30th, right? You want to know if it's the day before the 30th? Because that's when it is.
When was my anniversary?
The 30th.
Oh, so on your birthday is the 29th.
That's awesome. You're retarded.
And
we celebrated it together every year. Like, literally together, more or less.
I think that's what ruined me, though. And this happened when I was still married. I could never remember if our anniversary was the 29th or the 30th.
But you just knew my birthday was the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a busy 2 days. That's all we know.
Right.
Well, when we were still doing infusion, we used that to our advantage. We're like, want to hang out with Rooster for his birthday and with these two for their wedding anniversary? Come on down.
We had a split cake one year, I believe, if I remember correctly. Like, legitimately split down the middle. One half was our anniversary, one half was
I was
Rooster's
going to say,
birthday.
didn't they? And it was like this. All these action figures were on top of it. I think there was a dick moose on mine.
Yep.
Or a moose dick.
No. It was a dick moose.
Dick
It's a
moose.
whole adventure behind it.
I got you.
It was so
I got
awesome.
you. It was moose dick flavored. I forgot.
So then, and there you go. In 3 days, happy birthday to Rooster. Turning the big 2-9.
29 on 29.
Yep. However,
I would also like to give a shout out since the man is in the room. Shout out to BFJ on his upcoming thing in June.
What's he got going on?
He's coming home.
He's got
he's making it official.
Making what official?
He's getting married.
What?
Yeah.
We've actually been talking again the past couple days, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Stupidest thing you could ever do, idiot. Well, congratulations, but you're an idiot.
Well, the first one always sucks. It's the second one that you...
This is his first one.
Yeah, this is his first one.
Well, call me in a couple years.
Well, I honestly do wish nothing but the best for you guys. You're both sweethearts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I really didn't have anything to say. I got word of it from Ocean, and she contacted me on Facebook, and I was like, awesome, we're hanging out when you come home.
But are they coming home to celebrate that and then
for
going
like
back
a
down
month
there?
for like a whole month? They're doing the actual wedding and hanging out with friends up here, and they're going to do a small thing down in Florida.
I see. I'll go to the Florida one. I don't think I want to see a lot of the people at the up here one.
Understandable.
That being said, about a week and a half ago or so, we celebrated another holiday near and dear to our hearts, St. Patrick's Day. We had a shindig.
Nearer and dearer to our liver.
I like it a lot more than my birthday. I'm working from 7 a.m. till probably midnight on my birthday.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
That's wrong.
F me in the beehole.
That is wrong.
Otter, real quick.
No.
Okay.
I want that in the damn intro.
Oh, it will be.
What's real quick?
No, I said you're an ordained minister now. Maybe you can marry him.
I am, but also so is he.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if he could marry himself.
I would just like to see that for the sheer fact of changing places.
Yeah.
Like, do you now take the... Yes, I do. I do take... Repeat after me. Okay, there we go.
You may now kiss the bride. Step back over. Why is she kissing the minister?
This is so awkward.
Is she a 12-year-old boy?
Yes. March 16th is when we celebrated at my house. We had a party. We celebrated because I was supposed to be working all day on St. Patty's. Also, St. Patty's is a Sunday. We're all responsible adults with real jobs, and we can't...
Oh, we're not that responsible.
No. No, on paper, this thing was going to be awesome. I wanted to keep it small. I didn't want it to be large. I wanted 15 people at the most.
You definitely came in under the curve.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. We had some people drop off. That's okay.
Dude, there was so much food to eat. I'm glad they weren't there because then we wouldn't have had snacks later.
Right. We had Johnny Five brought 2 corned beefs.
Both amazing.
Delicious. Johnny Five brought about 10 pounds of Colcannon. If you don't know what that is, it's basically mashed potatoes and cabbage mixed together. Delicious.
Also good. And I don't like cabbage. Why I just don't.
By the way, the pot you brought that in just got washed this past weekend by Krista. I scraped out the dried stuff, though.
Cool. Speaking of, I might need to swing by your place after the show to pick that up.
I totally forgot to bring it. I'm an ass. Not to mention I came right from work. Krista made this awesome Guinness cake.
Oh my god, that thing was.
Did that you mean the Bailey's cake or was it Guinness cake?
It was Guinness.
It was Guinness cake.
Oh,
it was Guinness and Jameson.
It was a car bomb cake.
Okay, yeah, that thing was awesome.
Yeah.
In Johnny Five's own words, he said it's probably the best damn cake he's ever eaten. And so I got up and got a piece.
I remember that part.
That was right around 10.
What else? Krista also made this amazing sausage dip. I didn't even think there was a such thing like that.
Oh my god, that was so good.
It was like Polish sausage and breakfast sausage and like peppers and stuff and a cheese dip, which was amazing. I'm still eating to this day.
And Lindsay brought plates. Thank
Lindsay, Lindsay and John brought all the we'll call it silverware because we're classy, and dishery, which was awesome.
Dishery.
Also, I asked them to pick up some non-alcoholic. Can I bring it? Yeah, bring non-alcoholic beverages because we're gonna have beer and booze. And I was thinking, like, maybe they'd bring, like, a couple 2 liters. They came with, like, 4 or 5, 12 packs of soda.
Thank you,
awesome.
by the way.
Thank you.
That.
Amazing. They brought a leprechaun, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I missing any food?
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. Oh, yeah. Krista made shepherd's pie, which there's, like, a third left. She made 2 shepherd's pies.
Yeah, each one weighed, like, 20 pounds.
Yeah, and there was a full one left over. And I still have, like, a third of that one left. I've been eating a lot of shepherd's pie. Granted, I've been eating, like, a third of it in a sitting.
Fair enough.
So and then like we had Johnny Five brought a bunch of different kinds of beers. I had PBR and Guinness there. John brought Christmas ale
because they didn't like it.
You didn't
tell me that.
But it was okay to drink Christmas ale on St. Patty's since it's Irish Christmas.
Right.
Merry McChristmas.
There was Jameson.
There was Jameson.
Yeah, there was Jameson. Because we were like shot, and then me and Krista were like car bombs. And then I would pour a car bomb, and you would come and like, here's a shot, and I was like, no, we're doing a car bomb. You're like, here.
Yeah, I was.
I guess I'm just.
I don't think I've
a lot.
had that much Jameson in a long time.
Me either, dude.
Here's the thing. Johnny Five, what time did you get to the house?
I got there at 3.
Okay, Johnny Five got there at 3. I had to go run to work for a little bit, right?
Yep. You went to work for about an hour and a half.
Krista had to go run out and do things, came back.
Bought really obnoxious shoes.
Yeah, worst shoes I've ever seen in my life. I haven't seen them since then, thank God.
And bedding, right?
And bedding.
Yeah.
Bedding, Jesus Christ. And so, like, she starts cooking whatever she's going to make, and Johnny Five's heating up whatever he's going to make, and she has the Guinness, the Jameson sitting there that she's going to use for her cake.
And you opened it.
And I opened it.
Yep.
As soon as I
wasn't even there, I knew what happened.
First thing I got back from work, I saw a full bottle unopened sitting there. So I cracked it. I took a swig. And that's how the night began. We'll go through the rest of the night and what I don't remember when we come back. You'll listen to Project X.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Okay, we got some breaking news from downtown Cleveland. We're going to kick to our on-the-scene reporter, Justin.
This is Justin from the Msc Radio Network. We are live downtown where we've had some reports of some recent zombie attacks. We got a witness here that states she knows what's happening.
Oh my God, the zombie was eating that man's face. But I got an awesome Mindless Clothing t-shirt.
Mindless Clothing. www.mindlessclothing.com.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on Msc Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com.
Sinking to the black sea of our love. The navigator
MorningshowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Oh, great. Not another farm bill request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one farm bill request at a time.
Even if you don't think we're funny, we still do.
Project X.
You know what dawns on me?
What's that?
He will not remember one particular badass impression.
Oh, yeah. You actually did a good impression that night.
Not you.
Oh. No, yeah, you. No, I was thinking about it the next day at work all day, and I'm like, damn it, that was awesome, and I can't do it.
You're going to...
He actually, no, that night he actually did a pretty good impression, but I don't remember who it was. Yeah, see, now I can't remember.
You're going to kick yourself in the nuts when you hear this, though.
All right. If you're not there, get to the website, projectnextshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because, If you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll-free worldwide. I have an idiot nominee. I think this is it. All right. Some French-named city in Idaho.
That is contradicting itself. Some French... Oh, dang it. It almost works, but it doesn't. I mean, it brings new meaning to the word French fries.
Well, yeah, but isn't there like some kind of fancy French potato thing? No?
There's a lot of them. What the hell are you talking
about?
about?
I don't know much about French stuff.
I'm thinking France, and then I think Idaho.
I would.
Ironically, it was largely settled by the French. So,
no, I never liked history.
French City Councilman Steve Adams says he called 911 after the city attorney got within a foot of his face and called him a moron. In the 911 tape, Adams says, I would like to have an officer respond. I would like a citizen's arrest. The attorney, Mike Gridley, is threatening me. He told the 911 operator that Gridley got within a foot of his face and called him a moron. He said he felt threatened by Gridley's position and imposing size. Looking back on the incident, Adams says calling 911 might have been a bit excessive.
Might have been.
Adams has also filed an ethics complaint against Gridley with the Idaho State Bar. He has also reported Gridley's alleged actions to the mayor and city council on the night of the recent altercation. After Adams made his complaint to Mayor Sandy Blome, he says, she raised her fist at me and said she had half a mind to punch my nose off my face. So he complained to the mayor, and the mayor said, she raised her fist to him and said, I have half a mind to punch your nose off your face. Attorney Gridley's only comment was that he did use curse words while speaking to Adams at two different city council meetings. They were debating how the city would pay for the overhaul of a sewage treatment plant.
What's the name of the city?
It's French. It's Coeur d'Alene or something. I don't know. Stupid French people. All right. So I crack the bottle of Jameson. And I take a swig, and it's Johnny Five and myself and Krista, and we're all hanging out in the kitchen dining room area. We're talking, having a time. Then Krista's drinking a glass of wine, Johnny Five and I are drinking beers. And for some reason, I got into the spirit really early.
Yeah, you did.
And I don't know what happened. Oh. Go ahead. What? Chris? You okay?
No, I'm all right. Go ahead.
Are you okay? No, I'm all right.
Do you need me to call 911?
No, I'm fine. I'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Are we on the air?
It's something technical in here. Don't worry about it.
But are we on the air?
Yes. Go,
okay.
Go.
So I start pouring up shots of Jameson.
Yep.
And I didn't. Well, here's the thing.
Actually, you didn't start pouring shots then. We had to wait for Black Darrell to get there.
Oh, yeah. Because all of my... apparently, my last shot glasses were eaten by my dog. So I didn't have any shot glasses left, so I had to call Black Darrell. You on your way? Yeah, pick up shot glasses. Okay, so he picks up shot glasses, and he brings them over. And then I start
And they're
pouring
the little plastic ones,
Yeah.
which were impossible to do car bombs with.
I bet. Which is why I wasn't doing car bombs. And so I start pouring up shots. I don't want to blame anybody else for my actions. Now, my thing is, I planned on getting drunk early-ish because I had to be up around 6:30 the next day on actual St. Patty's Day. To go be downtown by 7 to work, to go bartend downtown.
Woke up at 9.
So we start partying, and we're partying. I'm like, cool, if I get good and drunk early, and I told Krista, I was like, hey, babysit me. Okay, try to, because once I start, I'm not going to stop, so you got to try to, like, make me slow down, so I could be somewhat, because I didn't want to drive to work drunk the next morning, because I have warrants, and my DUI from years and years and years ago freaks me out.
Did it still happen?
Kind of. So we start drinking. And people start showing up. Black Darrell gets there, and I don't remember who was next. Maybe Lindsay and John or something.
Lindsay and John.
And then Darrell left. And
then Rooster, and then Tyson and Aaron, and people. And we're all drinking, having a time, and everything's good and dandy. And honestly, I'm trying to remember my last memory now. Like, I remember there's a picture of me floating around the interwebs, eating with a plate of food and my pants around my ankles. Giving a thumbs up. I remember that happening.
When I got there, you had a diaper on.
I remember wearing the diaper. Mm-hmm. And I remember shoving Cole Cannon into the leprechaun's face.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, he liked.
He would grab it in his hands and squish it like it was like Play-Doh. And it would seep out of each end of his fist, which was awesome. I don't remember much beyond that. Now, I've been told there were incidents of me trying to flip the kitchen table. Yep.
That had to have been after I left.
That was right after you left and right before Tyson and Aaron split.
Within a half an hour.
No. They were getting ready to leave, and I don't think you were overly happy about it.
That sounds like him.
No. So it was. I can't remember exactly what was said, but you said I'll clean up, and that was it. It was all of us going, dude, stop, seriously, because
From what I heard, what happened, what Krista told me was, I guess everybody was like talking or whatever, and I was just kind of sitting at the table by myself, and apparently like I pounded on the table or something.
Yep.
And everybody like looked, and Krista said Ryan Smash. I don't know who Ryan is, but she said Ryan Smash. To which my response, apparently, according to her, was to try to flip the table. Yep. Now, this is the kitchen table in the dining room that at this point is littered with beer bottles and cans.
12 packs.
12 packs of
everything.
Soda, food, plates. You cannot, there's not an open space on the table.
We'll call it party detritus.
Right. All over. So apparently I tried to flip that.
Lindsay wants to know if you remember who was on your diaper.
Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
I remembered it was one of the blue
ones. I don't know why I remember.
Him and Grover.
I was going to say, I think I remember that because you said, I know it was a blue one, and that stuck in my head for some weird reason.
Why
Plus, I was really confused as to why you were wearing a diaper.
I don't remember exactly why either.
I wasn't there when that happened. I was in the kitchen.
I got there, and I remember you were trying to figure out money's situation with Krista, and I was talking to J5, and I was already irritated. And I just got done explaining to him why I was so irritated with people from work just before I got there. And then he goes, "Oh yeah, Otter's wearing a diaper." I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that."
Oh. Lindsay said Alex offered it to you. And you said, okay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
At least that's what she said, just cause it was Alex's offering.
That makes sense then. Some asshole drank all the Jameson. So I remember at one point, thank God Rooster showed up when he did, because it was when we needed another bottle of Jameson.
Yep.
We went and got another one. Now, I do remember at one point in the night. Now, I don't remember much leading up to this. I don't think I remember anything after this. Just pouring shots for people and having like 5 shots lined up, and people like Rooster being like, "No, I'm doing car bombing. No, I'm doing it." Somebody like, "No, I'm done. I don't want it anymore." And I'm sitting there, and there's still like 3 shots sitting in front of me, and I'm just like,
Yeah, because Tyson and Aaron didn't even want them.
Yeah, and I was the one that said, "No, I'm good with the Jamesons. I already have heartburn."
And I still had, I still had no. Look, at one point you brought me the shot, and I'm like, "Well, no, I'm doing a car bomb with Krista," and you're like, "So what?" And you dropped it off. So I was like, "Okay," and I just poured it into the Guinness because there was no room in the other shot glass. I don't need 3 little glasses now.
Well, thank you.
Hold on.
Semi-saved me.
Hold on.
One that I didn't do.
Hold on. Then you came back with another one, and I said, "No, man, I'm doing a car bomb." And you're like, "So?" And set another one down and walked away. And I was like, "All right, I'm leaving all 3 this time because I can't take another. This is about to be a horrible, horrible car bomb." It was like 2.5 shots of Jameson, half a shot of Bailey's, and some Guinness.
I was going to say, in this, on top of the fact that the man got there and drank as much, I think, as Krista had up to that point in about an hour.
Yeah.
You know, so it was. I don't blame you. I would have left him too. Man. I would have fed him to Bruce.
I just started, like, I mean, I was cool with it at the time. But I was like, whatever, dude, it's more for me. Like, because I was pouring, I'm on my little peninsula in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pour them up, and I'd try to take them to people, and people that wouldn't want them or accept them, and I'd set them back down. And after my last time going to Rooster, I remember going back there, and there's still like 3 shots there, and I'm just like, whatever. Yep.
Now, also,
yes,
bearing in mind that you and I together did like 3 shots in the first hour that we started drinking.
Yeah,
I tried to get out so early. I'm like, I want to get over there and get drinking now.
We started drinking heavily early.
About 6.
Now, here's what I don't understand. Like, I don't get how much I actually drank. Now, here's the problem with me. Like, people think
just the one. you only have the one, really?
Well, especially that night. Like, people like do a shot, and then like if you're at a bar or something, maybe you'll like wait a half an hour or so until hey, it's been a while. Let's do another shot. I was waiting like 10 minutes. I was like, nope. It's time for another one. Let's go. So, like, I wasn't going to be happy until... So, like, I knew that I had drank a lot of Jameson.
It was 2 to a beer is about what you averaged.
which is bad because what I'm getting to... I didn't realize how much beer I drank until I got home from working Patty's that night. And, like, I think I only picked up, like, a 12 because I was like, oh, my God, there's still a ton of beer left.
Oh, no, dude.
There was no beer. There was,
you had 13 after you bought the 12, didn't you?
Yeah. Like, literally, that's how much I had left. I was like, how much beer did I drink?
I know.
I at least drank 10, I think.
I know on my part, I had about 14. And I want to say you were cresting a little bit higher than that on beer. You far outdid me on Jameson, dude.
Like, here's my problem that I told Krista. Like, and I've been like this ever since I can remember. Everybody, well, not everybody, because obviously not me. First of all, people think like when they see me, if they don't know me and they like want to drink with me, that'll be funny because I'm like, you know, tall, skinny guy and ha ha ha. That's wrong. First of all, I'm doing you a favor by telling you that's wrong, which is cool. It can work out to my favor, but on the same token, makes things bad because I don't have a limit. People have a limit. It's either puking, it's passing out, it's alcohol poisoning.
Getting
there's
too
some
tired.
Kind of there's some kind of limit.
There's a limit. I will establish a limit for you.
What's that?
3:30 a.m. When you look
clearly blacked out at some point.
When you look at the guy sitting next to you and saying, "Dude, I'm like 6 inches taller than you, but we weigh about the same. Let's start sparring."
This is the awesome thing?
Yeah. Wait, that happened?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, I'm not going to spar you.
I probably couldn't even stand. What was
Krista,
I thinking?
And Krista, right next to me, or right next to you, goes, "Yeah, that's a bad idea." So, but you kept going. "Oh, dude, we won't kick." I'm like, "No, right. I'm not going to. Well, open-handed." I was like, "Dude, I'm not going to. Look, you are supposed to be at work in 2 hours. You know, you're getting up for work in 2 hours." Didn't happen.
No,
and
not even close.
I was like, "I'm not going to take the risk of hitting you wrong." He's like, "Well, dude, we won't get mad." No, because you're drunk. I'm just now starting to sober up a little bit because I started drinking Coke at 3:15,
and we're not doing this.
Yeah, so this literally took like a half hour to convince. If you don't believe me, ask your woman. It took like a half hour to convince you. No, we're not going to spar.
That could be my limit for you, but that's still not my limit for... I still don't realize what's happening.
That's your damn limit.
Well, somebody has to cut me off. According to her, she tried to cut me off at one point.
One of my favorite things about when you start drinking at some point, and we've drank together on so many different occasions.
Numerous.
One of my favorite things about when you get drunk, there's two stages that humor the hell out of me. The first stage, the one stage is the one you hit first, which is... I'm going to purposely be a dick to one specific person.
Yeah.
I didn't do that,
You just
yeah,
pick.
You kind of did.
Yeah, because... yeah, you did. And it was Johnny 5. And it started... and hold on. It started when we were all sitting there talking about music.
We were talking music.
And we were... Which I thought was hilarious. Everyone's busting out their phones. No, hold on. Let me play you this song. Okay, now it's my turn.
And then all we hear from the Smasher is... Dude, play Wild Thing by Tone Loc.
So, of course, we had to play it. Of course, we had to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, and that also, that brought about something that I'll mention right after this. But then later on in the night is where you're so drunk that you still are trying to be a dick, but it's just funny now because you can't actually be a dick because you're too drunk. And you can't even hardly look anybody in the eye. You pretty much look like if they're standing straight there, you got to look like over there.
You got the drunk stare going.
Oh, you got the drunk stare going. Now that being said, this brought about a funny thing that we had that argument about
drummers
and who does things better. And you're like, well, drummers have rhythm. We're better in the sack. And that was awesome. I don't think I've ever in my life, honest to God, said anything to you where you were just like, okay. I don't know what to say now. You're like, well, drummers have rhythm. We're better in bed. I was like, yeah, okay. We're lead singers. We're vocalists. We're really good. We bring in all the attention, so on and so forth. Anybody want rhythm? And you just sat there and like, all right.
Why did we even get on that discussion? What the hell happened?
But before that was when Johnny 5 did the best impression ever.
What was this impression? And can you relive it, or can you only do it when you're drunk?
No, I can do it pretty much any time. I will not do it right now because it tears my throat apart.
It's so awesome.
Who was it?
Lemmy Kilmister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's how it was right before that we had made that we were talking about who's more attractive and who gets more action.
Oh, that makes sense.
And we were like, well, because we were like, well, drummers can get a lot because they're the rhythm section. And I was like, well, hold on, because Lemmy Kilmister's an ugly son of a bitch, and he's gotten more tail than any of us can imagine.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I will do it for you off the air at some point.
Oh man. You didn't forewarn anybody so somebody could record it or something?
No, dude, it just kind of happened.
You think, dude, look, we all had that cheese sausage dip and chips. God. We were good.
That was so good.
That and music. That's all we had.
Yep.
That's all we needed.
I wish I could. So, but was it a good time at least?
Oh, God, I had a blast.
Okay, so it was a good time.
But we did get into an argument about opera, too.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
And that is the first Otter drunk part. Yes, that's the first Otter drunk part I was talking about, where he just picks somebody to be a dick to for no reason.
Yeah.
So you started talking about things you like, and he was like, no, they're a piece of shit. They suck.
Yeah, I was talking. Aaron and I started talking about opera.
Okay.
Right, because Aaron likes Sarah Brightman, at the very least, possibly more. I'm an opera geek. I love opera. Right, and I will not apologize for that.
You shouldn't.
According to you, I should.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the Mr.
Pavarotti.
Pavarotti, yeah.
Fuck Pavarotti!
He's a piece of shit. And we're like, and John was like, what are you talking about? No, he's not. And you're like, no, fuck him. He's horrible. And I'm just laughing because I don't even think you knew what you were talking about at the moment.
You had no clue. But yes, I will make a Wild Thing rejoin for you because you asked me for that too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you did.
At least one thing came out of it.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of good things came out of it. I mean, Johnny Five. We've got a new intro. Johnny Five had a great impression. You don't remember,
right?
The fact that you don't remember Johnny Five's great impression's also awesome,
right?
I put you in your place real quick. Well, it's good for me.
One of my favorites.
I had a good time.
One of my favorites was comparing jazz drummers to rock drummers because that's exactly the same thing.
Right.
What did I do?
I had made the argument that one of the best drummers in modern rock, one of the best modern drummers was Shannon Larkin.
Okay.
One of. Not the best, but one of.
Okay.
And you immediately...
Did I go off on a Neil Peart rant?
No, actually, no.
I'm surprised you did.
No,
I think you might. Somebody said Neil Peart. I know that.
Tyson, I think Tyson was the one that was like, dude, Neil Peart. However, then you start bringing up all these jazz drummers, dude. I was like, you're comparing, it's like apples and oranges, man. They're both fruit and they're both round, and that's about where it stops.
Again, this is the Otter being a dick for no reason.
Yeah, you're kind of a drum elitist. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe I am when I'm wasted. I don't know.
But then continued conversation later on is just when you get to the rambling point where, like, you just don't even make any sense. You're like you'd be like, oh, well, so-and-so's good. No, they suck. Why? They just do. He's a piece of shit. Well, why?
That's good enough for me.
Oh, and you did go on one other rant after Rooster left. It was very, very long.
It was or was not?
It was.
Oh, God.
It was. It was when Tyson and Aaron were leaving.
Uh-huh.
And it came up who Tyson's father was.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And the animosity you feel.
Oh, yeah! It's awesome!
Towards Tyson's father. And you did one hell. Just an awesome baseball manager impression.
You're going to have to do that one off the air.
By kicking the dirt that wasn't there all over his father who wasn't there.
Did he pull a Tom Hanks?
Because he snubbed you in the karate dojo.
Did he pull a Tom Hanks in Our League of Their Own?
Not
just
quite.
Kicking dirt like a jackass.
Yeah, it is pretty close.
Okay, I just wanted to make a League of Your Own reference and have Otter go tied into that.
I know you almost broke your toe at one point
by kicking fake dirt.
Because you were right by the railing on the steps in your dining room.
I wonder if that's why my toenail's falling off.
Dude, I think you missed it by like a hair's breadth.
Oh, okay. So see, now that would have been funny. You could have had a busted toe for something stupid. I would have had half of a pinky for something stupid.
This is true. Quickly before we go to break, I can't believe I'm still talking about that. When I was like, my buddy Tyson's father is an ex-professional baseball player who played for the Cleveland Indians,
all pro,
and he had a segment for a short time on one of the news stations here where he would go and spotlight local sports facilities and things like that. And he came to the gym that I was training in, I believe at that time it was Taekwondo at. I was like maybe 7 years old-ish. And he got all his kids around. He's interviewing us and he's videotaping us, doing all these things to put on the news. And we're all happy that we're going to be on the news. And I remember at one point he sits us around in a circle and he says, so do you guys like Chuck Norris? And I'm like, little me, like, I'm like, yeah. Okay, so like I'm all excited, go home that night to watch the news, and I'm like, this is great. And we get home and we turn the news on with my parents, and I'm so happy to see myself on the news, and the shows and stuff. I'm, there's me like doing a roundhouse kick or whatever. And it gets to the point where he goes, so I asked some of the kids if they thought that I had a future in karate. And it cuts to me going, yeah, but I was saying yeah about Chuck Norris, not about him having a future in karate. Apparently, I'm really, really mad about it still.
Imagine this, only more animated.
Oh yeah, I could
and
could paint a picture right now.
That whole story was one big long word.
We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna close out that night into the next morning.
That almost didn't happen.
The morning didn't happen.
Oh, mine did.
Yours did, I heard.
Oh, buddy.
I just went to work.
Johnny Five, you have an idiot nominee? Okay, we'll maybe have that. Then we'll do other stuff. You listen to Projekt X.
Still parked outside. I did the show for when it was over and I gave her my own ride. Get her off my jock, stay with me. I like that and cling, but that's what happened when bodies start slapping from doing the wild ride.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. morningshowcentral.com.
Okay, we got some breaking news from downtown Cleveland. We're going to kick to our on-the-scene reporter, Justin.
This is Justin from the Msc Radio Network. We are live downtown where we've had some reports of some recent zombie attacks. We got a witness here that states she knows what's happening.
Oh my God, the zombie was eating that man's face. But I got an awesome Mindless Clothing t-shirt.
Mindless Clothing. www.mindlessclothing.com.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer, it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. Ha! Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. Let's go drink some. Ha!
If you're not there, get to the website, projectxshow.com. Project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can. Cause ha! You want to call 888-668-0742. So I'm guessing Johnny 5 doesn't have an idiot nominee.
Not really.
Okay, so continue on.
I mean, I could nominate post 1 o'clock on March 16th Otter.
Oh, come on, dude.
But I won't do it.
You can't nominate a drunk me. That's just a drunk me. It's not an idiot. So then that stuff happened, and then Rooster left.
Yeah. 2:30ish.
And then apparently I tried to spar you.
Yep.
Okay. And then at one point, and I'm not going to get into the specifics because I don't think everybody needs to know, I had a very heartfelt talk with you and Krista for a while.
Yeah, you and I basically rehashed the history of our relationship.
Right.
Our friendship. And that all started because I basically, in essence, thanked her for bringing you out of whatever hole you had found to crawl into.
Right.
And it just kind of snowballed from there.
To which I guess I got uncomfortable, according to her.
Yeah, you got up and walked away.
So then that, and I'm not
yes,
sure.
Lindsay, it's a bromance. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, bitch. I love you.
And thanks for the plates.
No, right.
And the Coke.
I'm still using them, all of them. And then I was told that I tried swing dancing Krista.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
So because you were drunk.
Nobody knows.
That's about it.
Was there anything leading into it? Or I was just like, all right, time to dance party.
I think you had put on Slacker, and possibly the Boss Tones had come on.
Okay.
And it inspired you. No, I couldn't say for sure what actually brought that about. It just kind of happened.
So how did that work out? Was
Not
anybody
well.
injured?
No, almost, but no.
Okay.
It basically, like I can only compare it to she was trying to get you in a hanging guillotine, but couldn't quite lock it in. Is pretty much how it looked.
So was she leading? I don't understand.
No, I think you were trying. You were trying your hardest to pick her up and do the whole swing thing.
Couldn't even pick myself up.
She was basically hanging off for dear life. And I don't know if your back is still hurt from when you threw it out, but you ended up pretty much doubled over and rapidly falling towards the floor.
Great the next morning.
But you guys caught yourselves.
Okay.
So, yeah, no injuries. But it really, the only thing I could describe it as is, yeah, it was a Uriah Faber hanging guillotine.
Awesome.
That never quite came to fruition.
So then, and I don't know how this happened, because obviously I don't remember hours beforehand. I don't remember how exactly I got to bed.
I do.
So how exactly did I get to bed?
You, actually, at 5:30.
Okay.
Or 5-ish. Between 5 and 5:30.
Okay.
Said, backtrack. It was about 4 o'clock. You're like, dude, I got to work in the morning, and, I got to get up. And I said, and I will kind of take blame for this, I was like, you would be best not even to sleep.
Oh, see what you did?
Right. Krista agreed with me, so it's kind of her fault,
see
too.
What both of you did?
But,
it's all your fault,
dude,
jackass.
You were all set, you had your boots on and everything, you're getting ready. Between 5 and 5:30, you're like, I'm just going to go lay down for an hour. And I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. And the last thing I heard was Krista say, I will wake you up at 6. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
At all.
Fast forward to 9 a.m.
Fast forward to, I hear apparently Johnny 5 came in at around 8 a.m.
It was closer to 9. It was like between 8:30 and 8:45.
Saying that I was supposed to be there at 7.
Yeah. I knocked on your door, dude, and I was like, Ryan, you're really late, bro.
Yeah, and if you remember anything about any story about Otter ever being asleep, you know that it's questionable whether or not he has clothes on.
Yeah.
So just barging in is not going to happen.
You stand around the corner, knock on the door, wait for Bruce to finish barking, and go, hey, get up. To which the long argument, it was about, maybe it was about 8, but there was a long discussion between you and Krista.
Uh-huh. I heard about this.
That basically ended with, fuck you, I'm hungover. So she moved your truck so I could get out.
Yeah, apparently I threw my phone also.
You lost your phone. I know you lost your phone. I don't know if you actually threw it at any point or not. I was too busy dog cussing you, walking back and forth in your dining room drinking Lindsay's Coke. Thank you for the Coke. Oh, seriously, dude, I think that's the only reason I got home. I was ready to fall asleep. And for as much shit as you gave Krista for buying a comforter because she's tired of fighting you for the sheets, you cocooned yourself up in it real tight, Bubba.
Yeah, you little bitch.
Yeah, you weren't pissing off. You weren't pissing about it at 9 o'clock in the morning when all we could see was your feet.
Could not be held accountable. Apparently what had happened was, and this was after you left or while you were, I'm not sure, I ended up calling my buddy.
I was there.
My boss, who's my soon-to-be roommate, and I only half remember this, just being like, oh my God, sorry, blah, blah, whatever, I can come in. And he was like, don't worry about it. So I was like, dude, because I was going to be working downtown Cleveland, Patty's Day Parade, like right where the parade starts.
Yep.
Bank.
So I was like, dude, bank. And so I felt bad because I dicked him. I've known this cat since I was like probably 9 years old. It's a good job that I don't want him to like be like, nope, you're done. Like, you know, I usually make at least $200 a night when I work there. Usually, this weekend, not so much. So I felt bad, and I didn't want to lose it. So I was all like kind of sketched about it. So like I called him back like maybe around 2 or 3 or so. I was like, dude, like I'm really sorry. Are you sure? Blah blah blah. And he's like, all I hear is, we're slammed. Get down here now. So I'm like, okay. So Krista and I, because I have no hot water at the moment, or will I again before I move out of the house because it's stupid to get a hot water tank for 2 weeks or months, go to my mom's to shower and get ready and whatever, and drive downtown. And we get down there, and the slam was over. There's like 6 of us behind one bar, and I was standing around.
That's what you get for showering.
Yeah. So
nobody likes a clean bartender anyhow.
No, right? So it was like, whatever, dude. Like, I get to Cadillac Ranch, and
they're gonna be too hammered to smell you anyways.
They apparently like we're all like Tilted Kilt was making up shirts for us to wear for St. Patrick's Day that I was supposed to have, but since I wasn't there, I didn't have it. So like we run into the back, like back in the kitchen area and stuff, and Rob, he's like, I need a shirt. We don't have any more. He takes off his shirt and gives it to me, so I have something to wear behind the bar, and we're bartending, whatever. We get out of there. Downtown Cleveland, St. Patrick's Day. Now, granted, our numbers were a little down this year, apparently. Mm-hmm. But downtown Cleveland, St. Patrick's Day, I bartended. I made $120.
Wow. You didn't make anything.
Only because, and I can't complain, it was fair. First of all, I guess there were like 6 or 7 bartenders behind the bar that I was at one point in time that easily 3 people could have handled. Because we all tip pool just behind one bar. Not every bar in the club. Each bar tip pools with each other. Mm-hmm. So like they got hit too. Like they only made like $240, maybe $250 they walked with because there were so many people to split among, and there didn't need to be that many people. Well, all the bartenders that I was working with each tipped me out like $20 for coming in to help. And whatever.
Thanks for getting here 8 hours late.
Right. Well, I was like, well, at least I salvaged some of it and made some money. That's fine. And then whatever, ran over to, well, no, I lied. Backtrack. I'm at that bar. And I see a familiar face. I hear Otter. I didn't hear Otter. I hear Otter. And I turn around and I see Chris Zitterbart standing there. I'm like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? He's like, we got that BAM show tonight, blah, 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 whatever.
which I heard was awful.
Actually, dude, and I'll tell you, he was like, we got that tonight, and if you know my history with those guys, plus the other bands that were playing, I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot. I'd check that out. He's like, yeah, and I came early, so I figured I'd hang out down here before I go to the club. I'm like, that's cool. I was like, how much are tickets? He's like, yeah, list you don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't really plan on doing anything because I was still hurting from the night before. Like, I was tired. I just wanted to go home and drink. But I was like, well, go down to Peabody's. We'll hop in. We'll say hi's, do whatever. We got there, but by the time I went over to Tilted Kilt, saw your girlfriend when I was getting my parking validated, and then left and got down there, The Missing, who was the last band before BAM, they were on, their last to second to last song.
By the way, you've seen the other girls that work inside the Tilted Kilt, right?
I didn't really pay attention.
Oh, God, they're horrible.
I saw 3 Uggos.
Oh, man,
and got whisked to the back.
Good. Look, it's supposed to be more or less like a Scottish Hooters, okay? Mm-hmm. And the other girls, and I've liked the page on Facebook, so whenever they want to post pictures of their girls, I'll see it. Now the ads all show pictures of girls that work at Tilted Kilt. Those are not Cleveland, though.
Yeah, right.
Who actually look like they're from Scotland?
These look like they just straight crawled from underneath the carpet and put on a kilt.
So they're from Scotland.
No, I think Scotland might be better than this. I mean, one of them's got too much gum with too much forehead, and looks like it could be looks like it could be Fivehead's sister.
Another one looks like she could have been a tweaker because her face looks like the moon's surface.
I actually think I know exactly what you're talking about. I was just making fun of her the other day. They're horrible. So I don't understand why my girlfriend can't pull in 3 times the money she's pulling and working there.
Because the other girls are sucking dick to make
exactly.
up for their
well, yeah, and I was going to say, and then I realized that she's not a whore, and she has morals.
Nobody has to be purdy behind the glory hole.
Exactly. So we get down there, and we're hanging out, and dude, I'm not going to lie, I had heard nothing that BAM had done musically before this. That was a real thing that he's actually being semi-serious about. And they obviously opened with the Turbo Negro song, which he did pretty well. I'm not going to lie. And so we're seeing the hanging out, and he did a couple songs where he had this almost like Hank 3 sounding voice, which I really liked. That was kind of cool. And then the rest was just stupid, BAM antics. Novak opened the show singing a purposely terrible Phil Collins. Novak would come on stage and get punched in the face, and people were getting slapped, ha ha ha, funny thing, whatever. And then the end of the night happens, and I go backstage, and we're going to hang out. And I made the decision earlier in the night, because I was driving. Chris at this point's drunk, because I was feeding her beer and stuff at the bar that I was working at, and continuing at Peabody's. And I only had a couple, so I knew I was going to have to drive home. And she doesn't nor do I like the idea of me doing recreational drugs anymore. So I was like, nah, not so much those guys. But, oh, look, here's Colgate and Brewer. We'll hang out with them for a little bit. So I hang out with them for a little bit and go home. And then that's when I discovered, I picked up a 12 on the way home. I'm like, this will be plenty because I can have at least 16 beers tonight. Nope. I think I ended up having to also... a nod to Lindsay, drink from Krista's box because I had to run through the beers pretty quickly.
Real quick, Lindsay kind of jogged my memory. Something was said, I believe Rooster said it, and I can't remember what it was. And I do believe that because John was sober, we said we were going to call John and get his observations.
Oh.
Stock. It was a stock comment. So we need to get John's number and get it to Chris so we can call him.
Okay. Is he at work or is he free for a call? Ask her and have her because I don't think
Lindsay, is he at work or is he free for a call?
Since my
damn it, I remember it. He didn't say anything. He just said one thing, and it was
he's homesick.
Goddamn
so we can call
funny.
Him. Okay, well, you know what?
We're gonna call you, Lindsay, and you can hand it.
No, have him call. It'll be easier if he just calls when we come back.
Have John call when we come back.
We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna hear John's observation of the night because he was stone cold sober all night.
Yeah.
Not one drink. And I guess we'll vote between mine and Rooster's idiot nominees. And other stuff. You're listening to Project X.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Okay, we got some breaking news from downtown Cleveland. We're going to kick to our on-the-scene reporter, Justin.
This is Justin from the Msc Radio Network. We are live downtown where we've had some reports of some recent zombie attacks. We got a witness here that states she knows what's happening.
Oh my God, the zombie was eating that man's face. But I got an awesome Mindless Clothing t-shirt.
Mindless Clothing. www.mindlessclothing.com.
Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Heat 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Hey, unsigned bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, unsigned bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. morningshowcentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/morningshowcentral. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
Produced by alcoholics.
Somebody spilled beer beer in this ashtray.
Enjoy Project X
on MorningShowCentral.com.
If you're not right there, get to the website, ProjectXShow.com. Project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because, muffled. If you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll-free worldwide. We'll be getting a call from John in a minute. First, a couple things I have to mention. If you can't sit in front of your computer for 2 hours, but you want to listen to us on the go, and you have a smartphone, any smartphone, there's an app called TuneIn Radio. It's free. Download it. Search Msc Radio Network Tuesday night between 7 and 9. You'll hear us live. Also, if you want to hear the podcast and not sit in front of your computer, there's an app called Stitcher. Download that. Works on any smartphone. Free. Search Project X Radio Show, and you could hear our podcast from the previous week. Now, we were talking about St. Patty's Day and food and everything else earlier, and it might not show, but everybody here knows that I love to eat, and I love food.
We all do.
Also, I'm lazy. I don't like to make my own food.
We know.
So there's this place, if you're in or around the Cleveland area, okay, that I found has the best subs in town. And I take food seriously. So when I say the best, you can take that to the bank. All right? It's Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue. And these things are effing to die for. If you go in there, you search you mention MSC Radio Network.
It's a computer sub place.
Yeah. Look it up online. You can. They have a Facebook page too. Hanini Subs. You go in there and you mention MSC Radio Network. You get a deal. Ready? Ready to hear this? You get $1 off of your meal. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but their meals are cheap. So easily you're like getting at least a third discount. Maybe a fourth. Fifth. It's a friggin' discount. Just go in. It's a free dollar.
It will, if you frequent the place over a while, ultimately, I mean,
become
you're still
friends.
saving.
Yeah. Anyway, best subs in town, Hanini Subs.
You're ready for real radio. Look at that. My boy's all grown up.
No. I thought we had a thing before John's call. I guess we don't have anything before John's call, huh?
No. We didn't have anything.
Just wait on John's
tonight.
Call. Well, here's the thing.
John.
Whenever you're ready.
John.
While we're waiting on that.
Mueller.
For people who listen to the show. I guess for us, actually.
Because we're the only ones listening.
No. This is all about self-awareness.
Because we got these headsets on, we hear. So.
It's all about being self-aware. A writer from LinkedIn, Gretchen Rubin, came up with 7 ways to tell if you're boring or not.
Yeah, I've got a really easy one. Your name's Gretchen Rubin, and you made this list.
Gretchen. First one is we got
Johnson,
it.
yeah.
Well, son of a bitch, we got a story saved for next week. Project X, John, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you sound terrible. How are you feeling, buddy?
Like shit.
Okay. Well,
as long as you don't smell like it, buddy, you're all right.
We are hoping and praying for a speedy recovery.
Thanks.
No.
So we're not really praying. You know we don't do that.
Take it back, then.
Flying spaghetti monster, bless you.
Now, apparently I'm not the only one that forgot something about that night. Because apparently something happened, or you had some kind of observation, or said something of the night during the night.
Right as you were leaving.
That made us all drop our jaws. What happened? If you can run through that with us.
So everybody was talking about how retarded girl is and her lame ass excuses for not showing up.
Okay.
I remember now.
Lindsay goes, well, what was she doing, flicking her bean? To which J5 responds, she doesn't have a bean. And I said, no, she has a stalk.
That is awesome.
And that's what her meeting is about tonight.
Yeah, that's who she's going to meet. Her doctor to take care of that. That is awesome.
The minute he said that, I'm like, oh, I remember.
And we have to explain for anybody that doesn't know John, who never says anything.
Very quiet, soft-spoken fellow.
Nice as hell, but very quiet.
So damn funny, I peed a little.
But when he talks, boy, apparently gold comes out. So he's plotting. Now, you guys left. What time around did you guys leave?
I think we left like 10, 11.
Okay,
11.
so early-ish, at least compared to the other stupid stuff that I had apparently done later in the night. Now, you being there, the only one at the house at the time that did not have a sip of alcohol, how would you describe
and
what
the
was...
leprechaun.
And the leprechaun. Okay, the only one who can speak, who did not have a sip of alcohol. What are your thoughts about what you saw happening around you that night? Your sober perspective, if you will.
It was a good time. Just wondering if Black Darrow got mugged by gingers.
He was in a white neighborhood. He should have been afraid. So, but nothing got too out of hand or rowdy or crazy, right? Like, we partied like a bunch of late 20, early 30-somethings, right?
Yeah, no big deal.
We're classy. Everything was
I mean,
cool.
we did have to go over which Sesame Street character was the blue one who ate cookies.
Well, you know, you can't expect Alex to know that just yet. He still has time.
Yeah, that was you, Otter.
Shut up. Whatever, dude. Well, listen, I wanted to say thank you once again to you and Lindsay, not only for coming, but for supplying the things that you guys supplied. That was amazing. Awesome, amazing.
Oh, no problem.
We'll see you for your birthday, buddy.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't too much of a hassle cleaning up Projekt Alex when you guys got home after all the coal cannon he had on him.
Actually, no.
Perfect.
Kid, did not shit all day.
That was the amount of buttermilk that I used in the potatoes.
You're welcome.
So there you go, buttermilk, bud.
All right, Johnny. Say hi to the wife and kid.
All right.
See you next month.
All right.
Thanks, guys. We'll be seeing them for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Projekt Alex's birthday.
Johnny's birthday.
Johnny's birthday.
Johnny's birthday in May.
When's Projekt Alex's birthday? Is my half birthday, so he has to have one coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll be seeing them for that.
Yeah.
No, like
Is that before or after Molly's birthday? Molly's birthday is in April.
I think it's after.
And then Johnny in May.
Yeah.
And then Projekt Alex in June.
Yep. I believe.
Damn, we got a busy 3 months. I better start working some overtime or something.
And all for the things I hate the most. Kid.
Yep.
And John.
And John. Let's, Rooster, what's your idea nominee? Let's do that.
Kid smoked K2, which is synthetic marijuana.
Incense. I've seen the website.
Yeah, it's incense. Smoked it, called the cops, said that he had a dream, but it was actually real life scenarios that had happened in his dream, and he had to prove it. So they came out and they investigated it, realized he had been smoking incense. Told him that since there was no real danger, not to call the cops again. Dialed 911 again, called him again, said, I'm still convinced that something terrible has happened, and I have to prove it. So are you going to send an officer out, or what? They send the exact same officer out, and they arrest him, and he's an idiot.
I gotta say before I read mine that the suspense is already building with me to see who Rooster is going to vote for, and I'm not sure who I'm going to vote for yet. It's very suspenseful. Mine is the city councilman in Idaho, Steve Adams, who apparently called 911 after the city attorney got within a foot of his face and called him a moron. In the 911 tape, he says, I would like to have an officer respond. I would like a citizen's arrest. The attorney, Mike Gridley, is threatening me. He said he felt threatened by Gridley's position and imposing size. He also has filed an ethics complaint against Gridley with the Idaho State Bar. Apparently, he reported the alleged actions to the city mayor, to which the city mayor responded by raising her fist and telling him that she had half a mind to punch his nose off of his face. Now, while we wait for the chat to vote. How to tell if we're boring. This is according to Gretchen.
The fact that we have 5 people listening to us and 3 are here.
Right. Repeated perfunctory responses. A person who says, "Oh, really? Oh, really? That's interesting. Oh, really?" is probably not very engaged, or a person who keeps saying, "That's hilarious. That's hilarious." Simple questions. People who are bored ask simple questions. When did you move? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh! People say this to you if you're boring.
Yeah.
When did you move? Where did you go? People who are interested, easy for me to say, ask more complicated questions that show curiosity, not mere politeness. Interruption. Although it sounds rude, interruption is actually a good sign. It means a person is bursting to say something, and that shows interest. That annoys me.
Yep. Yeah, that drives me up the fucking wall.
I don't care. I want you to be bored with me then. Sit there and shut up while I talk to you.
It's like, and usually it's girls. It's just, and I deal with it all day at work. Tried to explain something to the goddamn server.
Oh, really?
Look, you just, yeah. Oh, really? That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Asshole. And you know exactly what I'm talking about because you try to explain, like, look, you fucked up. You rang in the wrong food. You wanted this. That's not what you rang in. Right in the middle. I have to buy shoes today. Get the fuck out.
That's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Request for clarification. A person who is sincerely interested will need you to elaborate or explain. What does that term mean? When exactly did that happen? This is stupid. Imbalance of talking time. If somebody is letting you do all the talking, it's because they want the conversation to end faster.
Think about that, Otter.
That's interesting.
Oh, really?
I really want you to think about that one. When did this start?
Body position. People with a good connection, generally not yet, turn fully to face each other. A person who is partially turned away isn't fully embracing the conversation.
Oh, really?
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Fidgeting. Bored people fidget more.
Before he even said that, Richard started tapping his fingers on the fucking desk.
And find something else to do while you're talking.
Like play with drumsticks.
Chris, vote.
Honor for not knowing who Cookie Monster was.
Shut up, bitch. Johnny 5, vote.
LeBron James.
Rooster, vote.
Karma's nominee today.
I vote for... I abstain. Drum roll, please. This week's Idiot of the Week winner is... Ha!
And then sad music to follow right after.
I do want to, hopefully, to BFJ, we were better than Howard the Duck, who he gave up watching.
Oh, wow, we were not.
Why would you give up Howard the Duck for this shit? Wow. But now I want to go watch Howard the Duck.
I'm glad I didn't know that going into it.
Yeah, hopefully we were at least on par.
Yikes.
Did he try to sync us up with Howard the Duck? Because that would have been cool.
Especially when I was yelling, ha. I want to thank everybody who listened and participated in the chat. Whether you listened on the website, ProjectXShow.com, or on the Shoutcast feed via your smartphone or other Shoutcasty devices, thank you. Thank you to everybody who helped and came and contributed to the Practice Patties Party. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch it soon-ish on morningshowcentral.com on the 24-hour live feed, or tomorrow morning in the podcast section, ProjectXShow.com. You can find us on iTunes. You can find the podcast also on the free Stitcher app, which works on all smartphones. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PXShow. Follow us on Twitter @ProjectXShow. One of these days, my fingers aren't crossed, but one of these days, maybe next week, we'll be back with full crew. Good night, and good luck.